Going on to you, Libras. You have the Four of Swords, the Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Star, Ten of Wands, Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, the World, Page of Wands. Okay, so for you Libras, right? The Four of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, obviously taking care of yourselves. A lot of you Libras may be single around this time. Not that you're going to necessarily plan on staying single. You're just single as of right now. You know, you're not really getting to know anybody as of late. You know, doesn't mean that you're not ever. It just means as of right now, you know, you're just taking a little bit of a break. Like I said before, the Four of Swords, putting the last relationship that you've been in on ice, you know, is done. You're not with this person anymore. So a lot of you Libras are taking some time to really cool off, breeze off, you know, and actually want to be in a relationship again. You know, a lot of times, you know, people talk about relationships too much because they don't talk about what it is that you need to do. They don't talk about how you need to, you know, take some breaks in between sometimes in relationships, and that jumping from person to person to person will really get to you. So the Three of Cups represents just the enjoying the single life, being able to go out with whomever you want to, and all of it is cool because you're not running around doing whatever, but at the same time, right, you're meaning throwing yourselves, if you know what I mean, to anybody, but then at the same time, you're still technically single. So if you want to talk to somebody, you can, or if you want to just be on a day out with your friends, hang out, you can do that too. The Four of Pentacles represents, again, taking care of yourself. You know, there was a huge emphasis on taking care of yourself, learning how to understand, because from what I really understand about a lot of Libras, a lot of air signs, like I said this before in general, a lot of air signs be going through very rough relationships with people, rough relationship dynamics with people, like earth signs, very rough relationships. Because see, the thing about it is that a lot of you Libras, you know, it's about value, you know, and that's one thing that Virgo and Libra have in common. And Virgo, Libra, Gemini, and Pisces have in common, and Scorpio. This is the reason why it is that we go through sadomasochistic relationships. The reason why is due to the fact that we have to learn to value ourselves. But a lot of times when people talk about value, then they're not talking about it from a standpoint of being true. They're talking about value from the standpoint of play people, run games on people, be extra selfish, even to the point of your own self-destruction if you have to. And that doesn't even make any sense. So the Page of Pentacles and the Star card now represents a lot of you Libras are going to have to learn, yes, how to look out for yourself. But looking out for yourself is way more than looking out for yourself to the point of self-destruction. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about looking out for yourself, but healing those wounds, healing why it is that, you know, what you've experienced in a relationship and why you feel the way that you do, and not allowing those emotions, right, to skew your perceptions on when you meet someone new. Now you thinking, or you misperceiving them totally wrong, and trying to, some of you, but misperceiving it totally wrong. And some of you may even try to, based upon, oh, you know, you need to be on that type of time. So the Star card now represents a lot of you Libras actually do want to be in a relationship. But the thing is that, again, you realize that you can't be with anybody as of right now. You have to take the time out to actually heal yourself first. And that's something that a lot of people don't want to hear. And it's like, okay, but a hard head is going to make a soft butt, because it's gonna be very difficult for you to get into a relationship with that type of skewed mentality. You sitting up there with the mentality of Forget all these people. These people can kiss my derriere. Oh, this, that, and the third. I'm a play people. I'm doing me. And it's like, but you're not paying attention to the fact that you need to play the people that deserve to be played by not taking them seriously. If you must play games with them, and do that, but don't play games with the people that's been A1 with you, that's been honest with you. That doesn't make any sense. So then the 10 of Wands now represents, so a lot of you Libras understand that fact. So this is the reason why it is that you're not bringing any of that with you. You're not trying to get yourselves into a relationship. The 3 of Swords, because as of right now, you're still learning how to heal from that heartbreak of going through something with someone where, things didn't necessarily work out well for you, obviously. So the 8 of Cups, you walked away from it physically, but you haven't walked away from it mentally and emotionally and spiritually. You're still very much so thinking about or ruminating over and over and over again the past relationship that really may have done damage to you. And you're learning, and you have to learn how to figure that out. The best way for you to do that, Libra, is for you to ask yourselves, why is it? Why do you feel like this in the first place? And to actually face those emotions. The world, and then now you have the Page of Wands. So the world represents, but a lot of you Libra see things for the bigger picture. A lot of you understand that there's no value in having this type of mentality, coming out here into the open world and then treating people like this, especially if they didn't deserve it. So the Page of Wands, you realize that when you heal and you are ready to offer that orb or that scepter or that part of it to another person, right? Offer a real relationship, it's going to be a healthy one as opposed to a very dysfunctional one. And you're right. Anybody, because honestly speaking, Libra, and anyone who's cross-watching this, you're absolutely right, Libra. You're absolutely right. That's the same thing that I've been talking about the whole time. If you are angry at a relationship, you should not be dating. If you don't want to be romantic with somebody in that sense, you should not be dating. Keep yourselves out of the dating pool, because there's no point in you being in it. To have the mentality of forget these bums, forget these people, I'ma play people, I'ma do this, okay? So then when you get yourselves into a situation where you make a whole lot of enemies, you done made a whole lot of people upset because factually you running around doing people dirty with the mentality of, well, I need to look out for myself, then what's gonna happen? Then nobody's gonna want to hang around you. So a lot of people don't need to be in a relationship. If you start getting upset because you're getting turned down too many times, you start getting upset, it's time to take a break. You get yourselves out of a dysfunctional relationship, it's time to take a break. Without exception, you need that, or everyone does. Because this idea of bouncing from relationship to relationship, I'm telling you, it's going to do more of a bad than it is a good. So let's clarify the world. Page of Cups, 4 of Swords, 5 of Cups, the Judgment. Right. Because you're going to approach relationships delusionally. You're going to have this mentality of forget everybody else. You need to do you for the sake of you. And that 5 of Cups, that's going to cause you to miss out on people who actually like you and want to be in a relationship with you. The Judgment, but you need and see, part of the reason too, which goes hand in hand with that, is you're going to need your mental faculties and your emotional faculties, or I should say your feelings, to be able to judge the situation correctly as well. A lot of times, people coming out here constantly reflecting on what happened to them in the past, so much so that they deal with every single other person that they meet in the future as the same way, completely not even interested in getting to know them whatsoever. And not only that, but judging them harshly a lot of you Libras understand that you can't do that. And as right now, you're not really ready to date, but when you are, you're going to come out here refreshed.